So today we're going to talk about, we're going to actually spray a burst on this plywood and masonite guitar body. You can see it's not looking real pretty. And the back, you know, we got some scars and things in there. I'm not going to fix it up too much. It's going to, you know, this is the prototype. I'm going to just try to make it look kind of like a cool old burst melody maker or something like that. I'm going to also do a little burst on the back, so not have too much finish on the back of the neck, and make sure that the headstock is nice and dark.
Yeah, I think the headstock with the black finish is classic. Are you going to put a finish over the color?
What do you mean? You mean I'm going to put a clear coat on them?
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't bring the clear coat, but I don't think I'll need it today. So that's what we're going to do, and I'm going to use a piece of cardboard cut too close to the shape of the guitar, and I'm going to cut it into a teardrop shape, cut these wings off of it, because that's the kind of burst that I want on this guitar.
Yeah. Huh. Hey, are you going to put another color coat on here, or is it just going to, you just put the black over this brown?
It's going to be black on brown. It's going to be, I'm
brown.
using a, it's a burst black. It's made to fade from black to clear, I guess, as opposed to, you know, straight up black. It doesn't really fade. It's just, you know, you can feather it, but it doesn't fade to clear, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's going to be,
What kind of paint are you using for the burst?
well, I wish I brought it in here. Actually, it is in here.
What is it? Is it like a spray can? Or?
It's a spray can. Yeah, it's a rattle can, and it's color tone. This feels nice and squeaky. So this is the paint that I'm going to use on the plywood guitar. It is opaque nitrocellulose lacquer, but it's sunburst black, so I guess what that means is it fades to clear instead of black. I got this from StewMac. I don't remember how much it cost, but, you know, obviously, if it came from StewMac, it cost something. So we'll show you what that looks like as we put it on.
So this is lacquer, so it's nitrocellulose.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
so this is the shit.
This is the shit.
So you're taking...
I'm going to use like high quality paint on a hardware store. I mean, I really should just use like barbecue black from the hardware store, because this is the hardware store guitar.
Yeah. You should get that stuff. You should get that stuff that they paint. You paint your engine block with or something.
Yeah, well, I'd have to go to an auto parts store for that.
Yeah. No, but I mean, like you took the words right out of my mouth. It was like, this is like high quality, you know, guitar finish paint stuff, and you're putting it on like plywood and masonite.
Yes, and it's because I have this. That's why I'm using it.
I got a question. So you put the finish on there already. You put some kind of stain on there. Is this going to work over the stain?
I think you can spray this over a finish. I mean, you could spray it over lacquer. You can spray. I've heard of people spraying it over wood tone. We're gonna find out. I mean, you can spray this over bare wood. You can spray it over primer. So I don't see any reason that you can't spray this over that Minwax poly finish that I put on it.
Huh. Okay.
So we're gonna see what happens.
Awesome.
Okay, so I want this to have a teardrop sunburst pattern on it. So I'm going to cut the ears off of my template, and that way I'll have an easier time making that teardrop pattern. And I'm just going to do it freeform with this scissors.
Yeah,
that works just fine.
So when you're talking about the teardrop pattern, like, you know, there's some Gibsons that use that, right? Like, what is it, like the 335 had that?
Most Gibsons that have a sunburst have a teardrop pattern.
Huh.
Whereas Epiphone, like if you compare the Epiphone Casino to the Gibson ES330, they're the same guitar, but one has an edge burst and the other one has a teardrop burst. And, you know, there are other minor differences or major differences depending on how you look at that. But I like the teardrop pattern. My own Epiphone Casino has a teardrop pattern for some reason, and I like it. It's just my preference, but we are going to use this to mask off the body. And I think I'm probably going to cut this down a little bit too, because I was just gonna like hand hold it, but I think if I cut the whole thing down a little bit, then it'll help me.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start spraying this. Actually, I have to shake this up, but we were putting the spray paint in a bucket of hot water. It's a beautiful sunny day, so that's also going to help. But the goal is to have the paint be as liquid as possible, you know, and we just want it to go on smooth. Bummer is it makes your nice label start to peel off. Anyways, that won't affect the guitar. Oh, I could put a pick guard on it. Yeah, so yeah, we'll try doing the steel wool to kind of take care of some of the dust and any orange peel that there might be, but also maybe to round out that that burst area a little bit.
Yeah,
And
it's
I
a
think
little
that'll be
like
okay.
thick here and here, you know. But
Yeah, well, this part I was having a hard time getting coverage there, and like you have to get the inside of the horns.
oh yeah, yeah.
So
You have to
so-
do like 10 of these before you get the technique.
Exactly. This is my first burst ever, so I'm gonna say, could have been worse. But I'd rock that guitar.
Yeah.